You've been there, staring at the shop and just buying the recommended items. You're not alone. We've all did that at some point in our league journey. You might be thinking, well, I'm buying items according to sites, or building what pro players build, so I'm fine, I don't need that video. But I'm here to break this assumption. I will cut through the hype and break down 6 overrated items, and save you from wasting gold and throwing your games. Let's start with Rapid Fire Cannon. The item that feels amazing when you land that long range auto. It's satisfying, no doubt. But here's the problem. Most of the time, you won't even get the chance to use that bonus range effectively. Fights go too fast, and people just jump at you. They won't let you stay in high range and proc RFC on cooldown. Meanwhile, other seal items like Phantom Dancer or Runan's Hurricane give you consistent combat value, more stats or useful passives. RFC only truly shines against super high range compositions, where poking from max range actually matters. For example, Caitlyn, Xerath and Ziggs. But in 99% of your games, you're paying for a cool effect that doesn't do anything, instead of getting a stat stick that will make you much stronger. Now, Eclipse. This one hurts to see so many players buy. It's been slapped on Assassins and Bruisers, but the truth is, it's almost never the best option. Assassins want lethality to punch through squishes. Eclipse? It gives you flat AD and a shield, but no real lethality, meaning your combos hit like a wet noodle compared to Ghost Blade or Voltaic's Cyclosword. Bruisers, on the other hand, don't care about shields that pop instantly. They need health and durability to survive extended fights. So, while Eclipse look like a jack of all trades, it's actually a master of none. It's flashy, but fails to deliver what either class really needs. Mikael's Blessing, really niche item that is fine in solo queue, but highly overrated in pro play. Mikael's skyrocketed in popularity there, but very often pros are buying it versus a low amount of CC. Sure, the active removes CC, but let's think critically. How often are you realistically going to cleanse relevant CC from your carries when you have good frontline in your team? And let's not forget, most ADCs are taking cleanse themselves, meaning Mikael's loses even more value. On engaged supports, it's borderline troll. The item offers almost no utility outside its active, and the stats you get aren't worth the slot. You should buy it only versus high amount of CC. If you really want to help your carry, it's much better to buy something like Redemption or Ardent Sensor, things that consistently help in fights. Now, this one tilts me every time I see it. Serpent's Fang has its place, but people love to spam it in the wrong situations. This item is designed for lethality champions, specifically against teams with meaningful shields, like Lulu plus Ivern in the same team. But some people, especially in pro play, are building Serpent's Fang as a third item on Bruisers or into comps with tiny shields, like Yona W or Ambassa W. That's just a waste of gold. Lethality in mid-game does nothing unless you bought lethality items before. People have too much armor for this to be useful. If you're not an assassin, or if the enemy team isn't drowning on shields, you should never buy this item, neither in solo queue or pro play. Locket of the Iron Soulary is like the comfort food of support items. It feels safe, familiar, reliable, and it's not bad. It's just slightly overrated. Yeah, it's great against heavy AoE damage like Karthus R, Cannon or Wukong engages, but in most solo queue games, you are not actually getting that much value from the active. Other support items like Ziggs Convergence or Night's Vow often bring way more utility. Ziggs helps to chase enemy targets after your ultimate. Night's Vow makes you a mini bodyguard, redirecting damage away from your squishes. So, Locket is decent, but it's not your only or even best engage option in most games. While we are here, let's quickly talk about Celestial Opposition. This item is still bad on supports. The shield looks cool, but it procs on the tiniest bits of poke, and while it might save you from dying once, it does nothing for your team or the overall fight. Stick to Bloodsong or Solstice Slay. They bring way more value for your team. Last, but definitely not least, Blade of the Ruined King. Players see those early damage spikes and they think, "Whoa, I'm shredding them, it's just broken." But the reality is, Blade of the Ruined King passive is not good. The longer the fight goes on, the less impact it has. For ranged champions, it's especially weak. Rage Blade or Kraken Slayer just better for consistent DPS. It really only shines on certain melee champions, like Irelia or Yone. But for ranged champions, they can almost never bite. The only time it can actually be useful is when the enemy has tanky HP stackers like Cyan, Ornn or Cho'Gath. Building it into regular compositions makes your damage numbers go really low, and I'm sure you don't want this. There you have it, 6 items that might look flashy, popular or even must buy, but in reality they are often dragging you down. Remember, smart itemization is about context, not just copying trends. Next time you are in the game, think twice before auto-piloting into these items. And if you are hungry to climb faster and leave your rank struggles behind, don't miss this next video about 5 tips to climb faster. Trust me, you won't want to miss this one. I will see you there. Like, subscribe and drop a comment if you enjoyed the video. Bye!